The key to improving their chances is first, having a surrogate mother who hosts a Regenerate to raise the patients, for the most part, as she would a child of her own. The hospital recommends from candidates extremely carefully. The candidate must visit physicians regularly for checkups for herself and the regenerated child, and to have periodic visits with a consultant, beginning at their 4th month after birth. That's where people like me come in. There are so many variables in the redevelopment of a child that a precise development plan is always needed. You do not have to choose me. She waved her hand in a command to display the electronic calling card portfolio of 6 other Regenerate consultants, with hers at the end. This package was her only contribution to the virtual folder of documents available to each person's display. I searched around the region and I would recommend any one of these others, not just myself. Research them all. All of us in the small industry recommend you do that. My purpose here today is to be an objective, living testimony to bioregeneration. The little powerhouse that Maribel McMillan was exactly what the room needed to convince Henderson's children that a decision to start the procedure was the wisest decision they could ever do under the circumstances, despite her clear intentions not to influence anyone's decision. The Hendersons had already gotten their lawyers to handle all the paperwork and made sure their clients checked the box on each section of the documents that they were required to check and placed their thumbprints on the final page. It was conditional, at this point, only on the unanimous verbal consent of all 3 biological children of the Hendersons before a court magistrate with the raising of hands. The magistrate was in the room next door with their lawyer, and all 3 headed to that room with doctors Shu and Mohammed behind. They were going to turn their parents into children. On the way to her home outside Richmond, little Maribel fell fast asleep in the passenger seat while Mrs. Valdez gently stroked her hair from the driver's seat of the red Mercedes sedan. They were originally going to visit Grandma at her flower shop while Grandpa had the flu, however there were always limits to even the strongest powerhouses and certainly the events of the day did push this little one's limit.